Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hey guys, we are back and we want to thank you for tuning in each and every Wednesday to Talks with Lori Dee on Station 100 where we keep it 100. Tonight is just your host that does the most, Lori Dee, and my girl Flava. Hey! So, all y'all that's tuning in that love K.I., that love his voice, and y'all tune in to see him.
Not tonight.
I got dudes that I like K.I. I like the dude. You got women. Oh, I love K.I. He's so laid back. He's so handsome. I love his voice. He's not here tonight. Okay? But that don't mean for y'all to log off. Don't do that. K.I. is a busy man. Told y'all Talks to Lori Dee. We got a couple of things going on. They just flourishing and moving for us. So K.I. had a business meeting tonight, so he could not be here. But the show must go on and business must continue. But Flava wasn't here last week. She's here this week, and we're happy about that. Woo, welcome back. As y'all know, she's back. So let me tell you something, Flava. I got a lot of compliments on my glasses. They said that they thought the glasses
Who is they?
People.
People who?
People. They was in my DMs and stuff, and they was texting me and stuff, and they was saying that I look beautiful.
They tell you that when you don't have them on. I see your comments on Instagram.
Anyway, so they said they liked the curly hair, so I said let me wet it a little bit in the shower.
I'm feeling the curly hair.
And they was like, I look good in glasses, but you know, I did y'all a favor, and I wore my contacts tonight. Can we give it up for Lori Dee and her contacts? So we are so happy to be back, and I think that, you know, regardless of what, contrary to what they say, people don't like when we don't come on. We sorry, guys, that we were not here last week. We apologize about that, but we have some great things to talk about tonight. And we're just going to keep the show rolling and keep it going. The topic tonight is we want to know if it's true or false. I got a lot of false. I got some true, and then, you know, people were explaining. Do you believe that your parenting, meaning your parents or whoever raised you, you're using it today, right now in your parenting? How much has it influenced you? Is that, you know, I am my mama's child. Like, I've always say that there isn't a guide to being a mom. You know, sometimes, especially people who grow with their kids, who are early moms, who are early teen moms. So I'm like, you grow with your kids, and if you don't know, you know, you're learning as you go. So I just feel like there's different views about it. I really do. I really think so.
There is, I even had somebody to bash the way that new moms parent. And maybe it's not the way the younger generation, because I do consider myself as the younger generation, even though I'm 41. I just think that even with me being a teen mom and then coaching 7 years on the park, I saw different moms from when I was a mom growing up with my kids on the park. Like when my son and my daughter was super peewee and stuff like that, I saw totally different moms. So I don't know if to say they got younger as moms or. So let me explain myself about that. As a young mom, I wanted to be more because I was a young mom. Like, I wanted to finish college because I had a point to prove, because I was a teenage mom. I wanted my kids to be, because I was a teenage mom. Because, you know, people look at teenage moms like, you know, you failed. You had a baby as a kid.
That's statistics.
You had a baby as a kid. If you're a young
mom, you're
it's
gonna
over.
fail.
Like, it's not going to happen. So to me, I was so busy proving everybody wrong that I can do it. So I was a stickler mom. I was this. Coaching on the park, I see those parents. You ain't got to listen to her. Come out of line. I never would have did that with Kayla. Never. If I had a problem, I would have put the coach to the side and stuff like that. And so the inbox that I got today was say, yeah, some of these young moms like should have swallowed their kids. They shouldn't have had them.
Oh, that's a little rough.
Yeah. But I tell people that too when they got bad kids. You probably should have just swallowed them.
That's a little rough.
Yes. So, but I get it because I had to deal with those young moms that she's probably referring to. I've had to do that where they were just different than I was when I was a young mom. It's like I'm the child's friend and not the parent. And that I never was with my two children. I never was their friend. I messed up along the way because I was too stern. So when my daughter did say something to me, it took me only 24 hours to realize, like, yeah, maybe I am too hard. And I'm too hard on her because I'm too hard on myself. It has nothing to do with her because she's not doing anything wrong. But I just want to make sure she's not doing anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of understood the comment when the person sent it to me because I've had to deal with those kind of parents before. And then I think about myself as a teen mom too, where I was totally different. So I kind of get it, but I don't really know to say what's bad parenting and what's not, because I honestly believe that if you have more than one child, you got to be more than one parent.
I like that. But before we get all finagle into the topic,
Okay.
we got some new shiznit going on.
Yeah.
So tonight, guys, we've been working on this. She's been working on this. We've been getting this all together. You know, we want to have different points of talks with Lori Dee. We want to taste the flavor tonight.
Yes, cause baby, let me tell y'all right now, this right here finna be the juice. Okay, I made notes in my damn phone and everything.
So we're about to do the taste of flavor, but when we're blessed, we believe in black business because this is a black owned business. Station 100 is black owned, so we gonna start, supporting other black owned businesses. So tonight, week before last, we were supplied drinks by a great bartender. She told me that she's actually getting some business from Station 100, so we like
and
that.
she still owe me because I told her on YouTube you got to double back.
Oh, okay.
Because I was not here.
Flavor, they say spin the block or something like that.
Okay, well, spin the block. I need my drink, Marsha.
Hey, listen, she actually did come through and the drinks was fire. The wife liked it. Signature cocktail. If you need to contact her, 786-509-8854. Signature cocktails. Let me tell you, y'all better go try that Henny tea. Y'all better try that Henny
Ooh,
tea.
that's exactly what I want. That's my favorite.
My
Henny
drink was good. I can't do the dog liquors. It's the devil a little bit. I don't fool with it. I haven't fooled with it since college. Cause
yeah, the bad.
It wasn't. I was being bad, but that's a whole nother story.
That's the topic. We bringing that.
That's
next
a
week.
whole nother story. They say Lori Dee is the alter ego, baby.
Baby, we'll leave it like that.
That
baby.
college D.
We'll leave it like that.
So tonight we have been supplied with food from what everyone loves, and we're gonna shout them out. It's the licking, finger licking, but it's now the licking. So we've been supplied food by them tonight. I'm going to do my best, to chop it up a little bit and still be able to talk and keep it moving, and eat a little bit. But I'm excited about this taste of flavor.
Listen, all of you black-owned businesses, if you want us to shout your business out, supply us with some of those goods. Trust me, people are listening to us. We have over 200, 300 listeners every Wednesday. So you would want to supply us so we can shout you out. So let us know.
We do commercials and stuff on the radio station.
The producers about to start charging us for this. So we throwing y'all a little hint out there. We need y'all to inbox us. Let us know if you want to feed us or give us something to drink. We're always open to that. If
Tonight I'm wearing trendy pieces. I'm wearing trail. She's a fashionista.
And it's super cute.
And
All her thighs out.
and
And I love thighs out.
wait a minute now.
She don't want the producers to go low. Go low.
No.
Go low.
No,
Go
because
low.
then people will see the tattoo on the leg and all that, and they'll know.
She is super cute tonight, guys.
So, trail is, if anyone is looking for someone to get you right for a party, for an event, or anything.
Ooh,
she
your
is,
legs out.
These some horse thighs. These some horse thighs. Really? So she's amazing. She fly from head to toe. I tell her all the time, like, she is fly from head to toe. So tonight I am supplied and I am styled by Trail, which is Trendy Pieces. You can follow her on social media. She can design you. She sells jewelry, all that other good stuff. So tonight, this is a look by Trail, and thank
Trail,
you.
you the bum. I love it. I love it. I'm coming by.
You. So let's talk about. Listen, I'm finna be real ghetto. Fabulous.
I'm finna be real ghetto
I got my food, and I want to hit it's the tea and the taste of flavor. So.
She trying to get something to eat. Okay, listen. So I was told about the baby,
Which is a damn baby, but go ahead.
listen, like y'all don't understand. This was like a science project for me today because I really got in. I don't listen to rap music a lot. I like some hits I hear every now and then, and I don't follow all of the hype, but this was juice, baby. This was juice.
Lame.
Listen, I am. Oh my God, don't call me out. But so there's this thing going around with the baby, because I know it's a baby, a the baby, and a baby baby. But all of them. But this one is the baby. And Danny Lee. So I kind of broke, to make a long story short, I know y'all know that he put her out with their 3-month-old baby and all of this kind of stuff. But as I went back to dig up history, as you know, I like to dig up the, okay, what if this? Because I'm real optimistic, but I like to call it what it is. Let's just go back to past history of him. I'm going to start that out. Apparently, he doesn't have a good history with women prior to him meeting this Danny Lee.
Okay.
She knew about it. She was aware of it. And for some apparent reason, us as women think that we going to be that one to make him different. Negative.
Okay.
We're not going to be that one. A man going to change when he's ready to change. He ain't changing for you. I don't care if you're dark-skinned, bow-legged, red with long hair. He ain't changing for you. Danny, listen, I don't know. I've been preaching to my baby. I ain't going to say her name. But I hope that ain't what she on.
But,
Let's go back. Okay, so go there.
But, you know,
Okay.
this is not a he-man, woman, a she-man, man-hating bad show. Now, I'm going to say this. Just because he treated her one way doesn't mean that he's going to treat me that way. Different people bring out certain things in people.
So you're not going to go in with your guards up? You're going to just go in because it may not be me?
But wait a minute now.
Okay,
don't try to come for me.
Go. Because you know I'm finna dissect this shit, so come on.
What I'm going to say is that, this is what I'm going to say. I have a couple of issues.
Okay.
So,
And I have a list of stuff, so you might want to say something.
well, people are making a big issue calling her a side chick.
I wasn't even going to touch that.
But I'm just saying, that's the thing.
She got a whole baby.
No, but
at
that's
this
the
point.
thing that people are posting, that she's a
I saw
side
that.
chick. You understand what I'm saying?
I saw that.
And I just feel like now, what do we call side chicks? Because he bought her a house. Well, he bought her a condo. He bought her a car. He let her meet his parents and his family. They've been together since 2019, and they have a baby. There's receipts that he says he loves her, receipts that, you know, there was some type of intimate and passion between the both of them. So I feel like all of the lames that are saying, oh, she just was a side chick. Now, how do we differentiate who's the side chick and who's the chick? I just feel like, I guess, titles mean something, because he has to call me his girlfriend or call me his wife, and I guess that means something. But these days, dudes are plugging the side chick, meaning getting them pregnant. They're buying them cars. They're paying their bills. And it ain't pimping if you got it. If he can do it, he's doing it. There are people living double lives. So all the lames that are saying that, you know, she a side chick, he should have kicked her out, he this, he that, I think that isn't cool. But also to say that, you know, his stripes wouldn't change. Like, he may have, like, cared about her, and she may have brought that lovable side out to him, because there are some men that want to be loved, and they call him a Danny. Like, she probably gave him that love. Like, that doesn't get, I just think he's a lame for putting it on live and dogging her out like that. I think that
G-Lo.
that's not cool.
G-Lo.
I don't know who that is, but go ahead.
Lori Dee.
Yes.
Sorry.
K.I. See, even when he's not here, the stuff is still happening. Go ahead.
Listen, I get what you're saying. That's why women need to be for sure what they're getting into. Because he buys you. Because y'all hang out together. Because he tells you that he loves you. He may. People love their best friends. He may. He may love you enough to buy you something. He may. But there's other things that come along the way.
That's true.
That you, as women, we love too hard. We love too hard. So guess what? I go in everything, and y'all already know, with my guard up. I'm not forcing anything. I'm not thinking that it's more than what it is unless we have the conversation. You can buy me the world.
So what if they had the conversation, Flava?
What if? But we don't know that.
Things change.
What you told me is
change.
that he texted her, he loved her.
No, he told her, because I saw
He
the
told
video.
her.
I saw the
He
video.
texted her. She was screaming in the live, ask your brother. Your brother knows. I did my history on this shit, okay? Your brother knows. Somewhere along the line, because we're all out of there, so we don't know. And because she's a woman, she's gonna make herself look good. Somewhere along the line, she knew there was a disconnect with her and him. Ain't no way. No way. I ain't got shit. But that's my next thing. It came from her fucking family. She don't even have a relationship with her damn family. She don't have a relationship with her damn mama. The cousins and everybody out of control. What motherfucker go to DR to have a baby? I did my research.
Yeah, I understand that, but he was a lame too for talking about her family and how she doesn't have anything.
But let me
so
tell
he
you
was a lame
something.
too.
It would explain why she was so gung ho and falling in love with a nigga who gave her something. And that's why, as parents, we gotta give our children. Don't let nobody come into your damn children's life giving them. I give my kids everything. I still get them to the day. And a lot of people say, Kayla like she is, because my daughter walk around like she got a silver spoon in her mouth. She drive a Mercedes cause her mama. But guess what? She ain't never been a sucker for a man. And I can tell you that straight. She ain't doing it.
But why does love have to be a sucker, Flava?
Let me tell you something. Love doesn't. It's the way that we give it. Because you can't give your love to everybody. Unfortunately, you can't. You can't do it.
That's very true.
You can't give your love to everybody. So guess what? Kayla is going to weed through. She was so vulnerable, and I'm telling you right now, it starts from family. I don't care if it's the mama, the daddy, the cousin. I always feel like, it's just like when them two little girls, they mama killed them and fall out of there, the whole family felt them. Somebody knew their mama was crazy. I don't have to be everything to Kayla. But you, as my cousin, should step in if you see Kayla doing something wrong or not going the right way and say to Kayla, listen.
I do believe that. And
Yes.
and that goes with our topic tonight, because me, I take the do's and the don'ts from my raising, because we'll talk about as a mom or as a mom figure, in my household, there was never an explanation of why not to do something. It was just, don't do it. It was told, you shouldn't have sex. It wasn't why. It just was, you shouldn't have sex. Mm-hmm. And I'm a parent that explains to my children.
You too.
I explained to them because I learned about sex from a friend.
Mm-hmm.
I learned about sex from, it was a group of us in high school. We called ourselves the Hot Girls. Yeah, and I was a virgin. We had 2 in the clique that wasn't, and 2 that were. And the one that wasn't, she wasn't slutted out or nothing, but she was advanced, and you know, she had a boyfriend, and she was not only having, they were sexually active.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew that because I was taught and I was raised that I shouldn't have sex because that's what I was told. I wasn't told that I shouldn't have sex because you get AIDS or you get STDs or you get babies. Oh, and if anything, it was just because I didn't want to have a baby. That's why you don't have sex.
That's true.
You understand?
That's true.
But for me, if I had a daughter, I don't have a daughter, but if I had a daughter, I would explain to her that not only does sex bring babies, bring STDs, can bring a disease. Sex brings heartache. Sex confuses you. Sex can make problems for you. Like when I never understood when older people would say, you smelling yourself. I never understood that means because you're having sex.
Yeah.
So from my childhood, I take the do's and the don'ts. In my household, as I said before, there wasn't much I love you, you know, or there wasn't much praise. So when my kids do well, they make good grades, I award them.
I used to make a big
deal.
I
make a big deal. I award them, you know.
It's a gift and a curse.
Yeah, I award them, and I make a big deal. And like my 12-year-old, he did well last year. So before we went back to school, you know, he wanted a new phone. He wanted the 12, but he was like, "Mommy, I can't get the small 12. I got to get the big one." And you know, he wanted AirPods and all this stuff. So because he did well, I got them for him. Right. You understand? And there isn't much that they ask for. I tell them, we both have a job. As your parent, my job is to go to work and make sure I pay these bills and keep stuff flowing. Mm-hmm. Your job is to go to school and to make good grades, and you do the work that way. And by me working, I'm able to pay you. And it's just for me, I'm able to pay you with buying you stuff and taking you out. I just need you to make sure you go to school, behave, be respectful, do your work, try and work hard. And I love on my children. That wasn't something that was done in my home. And a lot of people may feel that I shouldn't do that with boys.
Use the word pay.
They get paid.
We should not, because you have to go to school and make good grades. I'm gonna reward you because
I have to go to work too. I have to.
I mean, I'm not gonna tell you what to do in your house, but I ain't paying nobody to go to school and do some shit that's gonna benefit them.
I don't pay them
this
to go
a benefit
to
you.
When they bring home their report card,
that you paying them to get good grades. It's a benefit to them.
Okay.
They don't need that shit.
I always got good grades. I wasn't gifted. I excelled in school.
So you had issues.
And
people ain't gifted got issues.
But I was smart as shit. Even throughout high school, I left.
You're mentally challenged.
Even throughout high school, I left to go to churches on 79, and everybody else would go home. I would come back to school. I made sure I did my schoolwork.
Mentally challenged.
But why? But I never got rewarded. Basically, in my home, it was...
I think you turned out really well. You didn't get rewarded.
Now that's another thing, too.
That's what I said. It's a gift and a curse.
Because... I'm not too bad.
Right.
You know.
I think you turned out damn good.
I'm not too bad.
Without getting paid.
I don't got no record. I got no credit. I don't got a house full of children.
Exactly.
I think
it's a gift and a curse.
So thank you, producers. So I take that. Now I was brought up in a very stern home. You got that ass whooped.
I want to get back to this girl.
Okay.
So we could get back to parenting.
But you, very stern home. So for me, I do punish. I do spank, beat. I do. Flava. I do.
There's
it's a
no
balance.
reason for you to do that to them.
Oh,
They
God.
so humble. You ain't beating them kids over there. They so well mannered and humbled. But you just saying if you have to, you will slap a kid.
I
you
will.
will slap a kid.
I will. A very close person to me tells me all the time, your kids not regular kids.
Thank you.
They not
But she
regular
punished
kids.
them
They
dang on
good
kids.
They not regular kids. Nah, they slick though. They got their daddy's blood. They be trying me a little bit. But go ahead.
They're children.
Yeah.
They're children.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Now, I used to have to clean up a lot. We cleaned up. We had to fold clothes. That's why now I don't think I like to fold clothes too much, but I don't have a choice. So
that's why I wash about every 3 days, so I don't have a lot of stuff.
I can say that I don't really make them do anything. I just started making my 15-year-old wash dishes, and the 12-year-old takes out the garbage. Because I literally do everything. I clean the bathroom, I clean the kitchen, I cook.
Stop doing that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
I be nobody else.
I just started having them help me around the house. I just started. I'm domestic. I can't help. Let me tell you something. One day, my children and my man gonna appreciate all this domestic, submissive.
We're going to talk about that when they get 18, 21. They going to be doing their own shit. They ain't going to know what you over there doing.
Okay. But I really believe that there's no guide to parenting.
It's not.
I do know that people practice what they know, but also taking from your parents or the individuals that raise you. If it was trauma, you don't want to put your kids through that.
Most people don't.
If in fact, like, your parents maybe was on drugs, you have some people that won't even touch a drink. I don't drink. My god sister, because her mother drinks, she does not drink anything. If it's not water, juice, every now and then a soda, but she does not drink at all. And I guess you could say that's a trauma. For her, but she doesn't. And her kids don't drink. She has good kids, and that's because she took the don'ts of what she was raised and done. So that's how she passed it down to her kids. But I even say, like, I would hope, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet, God. I would hope that these men, when their sons see them, they wonder why, as they get older, like, if your son knows of you being a player or a pimp or an abuser, mentally, verbally, physically, to their mother, those type of things, you would hope that the children wouldn't, obtain and become those type of men.
Most don't.
Most don't like that their mama was treated like that, but they have that shit in them. But go ahead.
No. For sure, they have it in them. And there's a handful that will still end up the same way their dad was, even though they saw their mom getting beat. There's a handful that don't. And I say that because I had an IT issue on my laptop the other day. And me and the IT man, while he's fixing, we just casually talking. And he told me he was married for 20 years. And telling me about his wife and kids or whatever, and his mom. And then he went to talking about how his dad was nothing to his mom, and that's why he's so overprotective of his wife and his children and his sister. Like, I don't know what made him start talking to me about it. So that's why I say there are some men that will tell you, man, the way I saw my daddy beat my mama, or the way I did this, I just can't do it. And so they're overprotective over the parents, their wife and their children. And then there are some guys who's overprotective of their parents and sisters and stuff like that, and still beat women, but wouldn't allow nobody to do it to their sister or their mom. You understand? So I've seen firsthand a lot of that. I don't know what it is that they take in and they think. I don't know if it's something personal. I don't know if it's therapy that's needed, but I've seen men who honestly, like, man, because I know my old boy did this or my old boy left us, I can't do it. I can't do it to my kids under no circumstances. And then there's some that will take care of other kids and don't do shit for their own kids. Like, I don't understand.
I've heard people say, I don't know how to be a dad because I didn't have a dad. Or I don't know how to be a mom because I didn't have a mom. And
that's dumb.
That's not dumb.
It is. You know why? Because if you know how you felt when it didn't happen for you, this is just me. I run on feelings.
But if you never addressed your own feelings.
You don't have to address it to anybody.
I'm saying to yourself. To yourself.
It's a feeling. Some feelings you cannot deny. Some feelings you can't ignore. Regardless if you ever said anything or you never talked to yourself or went to a therapist. I know that if my dad said he was coming to pick me up and he never came to pick me up, I know how I felt. Whether I talked about it, whether I addressed it or not, I know that I felt fucked up like this nigga lied again. I know that. So if you know, to me, and I always tell people, I'm not asking you for anything else but what I'm giving you. I'm not asking you to kiss my feet when I walk through the door because I'm not going to kiss yours. Whatever.
You don't suck toes, Flava?
No. For what?
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I did some nasty shit, but no. Okay. So, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm only asking you to treat me how I treat you. I'm not asking for anything else because we run on feelings. You understand? I can't expect more from you if I'm not giving it.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Because we know, like, deep down somewhere, you still like your baby daddy a little bit.
Listen, B.
Okay.
Listen, I pray for him to get to work and get back home because my kids love him. My shit ain't going to change.
But I have a question.
Okay.
Was your dad a present father? Was he a good father? Was he a loving father? And was he good to your mom?
This is gonna be good.
Wait, let me say that, and then let me go behind, and then you can take off.
Okay.
I asked that because when you got with your baby daddy, was it because I love him? Was it on feelings? And then when y'all had children, did you say, I see him being better than my daddy, so I'm going to raise a family with him. I'm going to be with him.
That's a good one.
So, go ahead.
That's a good one.
Take off.
Okay.
Hold on before you take off. We got a caller. Oh, look at them. They like us tonight. Okay.
Hey.
Give me 5 Flava. I ain't know if we was going to get some love tonight.
Hey, this is Station 100. This is your boy, the host, live on Zeno and also YouTube. Share it with somebody. Let them know that Talks with Lori Dee is on. Phone number is 786-384-2096. We got a caller.
Hey, caller. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for calling. Who am I speaking with?
This is Kimberly. Hey, Flava. Welcome back. Glad to see you feeling amped up.
Yes, I'm feeling so much better. Thank you. Hey, Kim.
How you doing? I was just calling right now to speak on this exact thing that y'all are speaking on. But y'all know I'm waiting for the parenting part.
Okay.
But I called to speak on what you guys were saying about
the baby.
No.
Oh.
Hell no. I don't even know nothing about that.
I know, girl. I had to do research.
The part about you guys are saying some people, if they didn't have a good dad, they don't know how to be a good dad and blah, blah, blah.
Uh-huh.
I think those cases is based on if they took trauma from their experience growing up or if they took empowerment. And that's how people choose how they are going to be.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's what causes that. But anyway, I don't want to take up my time. I need to call back for this parenting thing.
Okay, Kim. Thank you for calling.
You listen. You always number one in my book. I don't care what they say.
Thank you for calling us, Kim. We appreciate it. So that's what I wanted to ask because I know that, well, I don't know. So I'm asking you, as far as what you saw with your father and your mother, what you took from that, and when you started your own family, did you think about his good or his bad, or like how did that start your family or start you off as being a parent?
Okay. So my dad always had 2 women. For those that know us, my sister is a middle child between my older brother and myself. We all have the same dad. So they have.
Who was since we talk about the baby, so who was the main chick? Or they both was equal?
I think they both was equal. We've never had this conversation before. We just know as a family that my dad has always had two women. My older brother and my sister has the same mom, and I'm separate, but I'm middle. Okay. So my younger sister, my sister is younger than me. I'm middle, and my older brother. But the oldest and my younger sister has the same mom from my dad.
So was the two women, your mom was one of his women?
Yeah, me.
Okay.
And their mom.
Okay.
So that I do know. But my dad was always a dad to all of us. Like, he made sure that we always was together. If it was a birthday party, we all was coming.
Say all, that mean the moms too?
The children was always together.
Okay.
So if my little sister had a party, even if her mom didn't care for me being there, she knew that I was coming. If my brother had something, she knew that I was coming, whether she agreed with it or not. That's just how my daddy is. My dad also beat both of our parents. He beat my mom. He beat their mom. So me and my brother had vendettas against my dad. My sister was always a daddy's girl until she grew up. And then she always would wonder, like, oh, God, daddy. So I'd be like, girl, forget daddy. He ain't finna do nothing. Because I already had a vendetta, so I was ready to stand up against him for what I saw him do to my mom. And the same with my brother. My brother always had a vendetta against him. But the crazy thing about it is my dad is really a dad, if it makes sense. Like, yeah, we saw him beat our mom, but if we needed him, he'll never say no. And he's the same way now. We need him, he there. We sick, he's calling. Both of our moms are pretty similar because they don't deal with other people. They're not as loving as my dad. So, and my dad drinks. I'm not going to say he's alcoholic because maybe that's pushing it because he doesn't think so. So I won't say that. But he drinks a lot. So, but regardless that he drinks a lot and he beat our mom, my dad is way more loving than our mom. I don't know if it makes sense.
Okay.
But he's way more loving and affectionate than our mom.
Is that why you're so loving to your kids and you're so affectionate with your kids because your mother wasn't that way with you?
Very much so.
Okay.
Very much so.
So you took from her don'ts and made them your do's?
Yes, very much so. Funny thing, we went to my great niece competition on Sunday, and my mama leans over to me and say, when you cheer y'all did competition, said, lady, you didn't sign me up for anything. I didn't sign up for nothing until I was able to sign myself up. So in middle school, I was a majorette because she was that mom. She was a mail carrier. All she did was work and provide. She gave us money. She never was that mom to pick you up, drop you off. My mama didn't ask for a report card.
Yeah, I met somebody that know you today, and they said that you were always well-dressed, decked out. You was always fly.
Listen, I say, Mom, I need $50. She ain't gonna ask me what the $50 for. She give it to me. I was fine from that, but my brother, who's not from my dad, because my mom had a child. She met my dad when my brother was 1. So I was fine with my mom being the way that she was. I often think that issues that my older brother have comes because my mama wasn't affectionate enough. That's why I say you have to be a different parent with both of your kids. I was okay that she wasn't affectionate with me because I was like, give me my money. I'm going with my friends. I'm doing this, that, and the third. I feel like, and I could be wrong because he's never really addressed this, but I feel like my mom should have been more attentive to my older brother. Okay. I feel like a lot of his issues came from my mom because she wasn't that. Because I look at myself and I look at my 2 children. So let's just say, my son, I can go days without talking to my son. When I talk back to my son, he's still on the beat of the path. He's still doing what he needs to do. My damn daughter, I got to check in. I got to be, listen, what happened? How was your day? I had to be more of a loving parent to her. Even though I'm very loving to both of my children, And most people seem to think I'm more loving to my son. It's not that. My son just don't require much. My son doesn't give me much to talk about. Whereas Kayla is, I have to be like, you did it, you doing it, you fell off, what needs to be done. And this was all the way up until she got to college.
So when you got with their dad.
So when I got with their dad, I met their dad. He had custody of their older child. Went for me, super dad.
Okay.
Yeah. He told me the story how he went, had the gun, his friends got his daughter out the house. I'm like, yes. Yes. So this is the man. You know? What their daddy provided for me at the time, affection. Growing up, I can't really say I had a man that I trusted or had a man that I can talk to, even though I had 2 older brothers and a dad, uncles, other cousins. I never had that. So when I met their dad and their dad had custody of his oldest daughter, right then and there, that picket white fence came around. Okay. I didn't want kids, but I said, this man is a protector. I never had a protector before. The fact that he fought for his daughter, he's a protector. He came from a 2-parent household. 2 parents together, both mom and dad had excellent jobs. 2 awesome sisters that had an excellent job. Went to their house. I learned about coasters on tables from their house because you can't just sit down and say, that lady house so clean. Can't just sit your cup down and shit. So I'm like, okay, protector, 2-parent household, don't seem like much drama, looks like an awesome guy.
So was it taking the don'ts from what you didn't have?
Absolutely.
And you...
Absolutely. I always kind of look for that protector because I've never had it. Where I'm at now with not wanting to date anybody or something because I still haven't found it. And I often feel bad because I didn't provide it for my daughter.
What do you mean?
Okay, let me explain to you. Their dad ended up being not a stand-up kind of guy, I feel like, for my daughter. Even though she loves the hell out of him, I feel like he could have been more. My kids are just genuinely loving children, and so they love on people like me. You understand? So they love their dad. She loves her dad regardless, but you will hear her saying, my mama had to do this by herself. My mama did this by herself. My mama did that by herself. As I left their dad, I met men who pretended to be like they were going to be that stand-up kind of guy. And the more I dated them, not only did they feel me, and they probably only feel like they felt me, but if I let you into my home with my children, you felt me and my children.
That's where I am.
Yeah. I have a daughter. My daughter is looking up to me, hopefully, because I'm her first one. I'm the woman. I'm in her life. So another one bites the dust. And then another one bites the dust. And at some point, as a mom, as a woman that's looking for that protector, because I've never had him. Like my brother is rah-rah, my daddy is rah-rah. If it's time to click guns, whatever, somebody do something to me, they done lay people down by me, all of that. That's not what I'm looking for, because I know y'all could do that. I'm looking for that gentle giant that I could lean on his shoulder and he tell me that it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I haven't found that. So as people say, what y'all say, more bodies on your list or whatever the case may be, I'm just not interested anymore to do that. Yeah. I'm just not interested anymore of getting any more bodies. My strength, I've been so strong for myself. I honestly don't even know where he fits in it.
What do you take from your mom as a parent?
What I took from my mom as a parent is she got our back. She's always had me and my brother back. Like, regardless of whatever happened, she supported us. You understand? She's not loving, but she's supportive. So that much, and a hard worker. Like, never asked for a handout. She trained us that way. If I don't have it, we don't have it. And it might be a good thing or a bad thing for me or for people, but for me, that's how I've been. I don't ask for anything. It's hard for me to ask people for, still to this day. It's hard for me to ask. It's hard for me to accept, like, I'm a new business owner. I have my new banquet hall.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah,
We just all over the place.
yes.
Flavor opened her own banquet hall, and November 27th is her grand opening. Woo-hoo.
Yes. And so people have been just blessed. Like, I'm about to have anxiety
I'm not
attacks.
gonna lie. I got a phone call and said, I sent Flavor a text and I told her that I got these tables that I'm not using, and I told her that she could get them, like we family, and she could use them. I'm telling you what I said to the person. You know she retarded, right? Like, she probably not gonna text you back for a little bit because she trying to accept it, and she really don't want to take it. She really want to find a way to tell you, well, how much you gonna charge? Let me give you something
I'm
for it.
telling you.
So when you text me and said, I'm texting them and they're not answering me, I was like, oh, okay. Maybe she gonna take the
and I
tables
still
now.
was like, what I owe you. I still was. So my cousin sent me, I need you to go pick up something for me. And the whole time I'm driving, I'm like, that conversation was strange. So I go and I make the pickup, and then I call, she on the phone me, and she like, that's yours. And I'm like, all this mine? My heart start racing. And that's bad because I do so much for other people. So when people bless me, I just haven't got in that comfortable zone where I trust people to, like.
Is that because of your bringing up, or is that because of bad things that have happened to you?
I just think that it's because of bad things that have happened to me. It's people are just strange as fuck, and it's hard for me to trust. Like, I feel like everybody have an agenda, and that's because I've came in contact with people. You have people you come in contact with that stop talking to you and you like, what did I do?
That's how I am as a parent. Like, my kids call my friends auntie, and reason I'm like that is because, like I said, growing up in my house, I know for a fact our clothes was gonna be clean. I know our house was gonna be clean. We had food. Like, we didn't go without. But I strive and I work hard, not only at my job, but I work hard to be an all-around rounded parent. Even though I can't be perfect, I try. And I think that that's what I try to do also as a mate and as a friend and as a person. And I'm literally learning that.
It's the hardest shit.
No, what I'm learning is that
It's hard because people are.
if people aren't giving me what I'm giving them, I shouldn't be giving.
Isn't that the hardest thing to do, though?
It's very hard to
Yes.
do. It's very hard to do. And even as a mom, I know that the person that raised me, I know she loves me. I know she loves me. I know that. But growing up, I didn't know that. Growing up, I thought because I wasn't hers that she hated me. I know that. And the first time she ever told me that she loved me, what I can remember, was not even to me, but when I watched my wedding video, she was giving me all this great advice, and she said,
That's my mama.
I'm so proud of you,
That's my mama.
and I love you. And I was like, wow.
That's my mama. I hear my mama on the phone when I went back home, I heard my mom on the phone days and days and talking to everybody about how proud she is of me and how much I accomplished and how good I am with my kids. She never told it to me.
And I understand that. And so for me, I take that and I tell my children when I'm disappointed in them. I tell my children when they hurt my feelings. I tell my children when they're not doing right. But I also tell them what I expect of them. And I tell them, like I tell them, if you ever hear me talk to them, I tell them, the three of us are a team. We are a team. And we are powerful if we work together. And that's how I explain to them. I go to work, I work hard, I keep all these things going, and y'all go to school, y'all supposed to make good grades. But in my household, there was not communication. It was always what you should not do. But what's so crazy is the person that raised me, that's why I say I know that she loves me. When I was going through, she would give me the biggest hugs. She would call and check on me. Just a couple of weeks ago, I laid in her chest and cried like a baby because I said, I'm so tired. I'm tired of working. I'm tired of loving. I'm tired of doing this all on my own. And she gave me all these Bible verses and told me it was going to be all right.
I'm sure she did.
But my dear hugged me and loved on me. But she never did that growing up. So for me, I know how that made me feel. And
you know what I don't understand, though, now that I'm thinking about it when you said that, because I was going to say maybe it's what they got.
My therapist told me people can only give you what they know. And to say that, because I wasn't raised by my dear first. I was raised by my dear mama. And my dear mama was stern as hell and mean as hell. That was my granddaddy's sister. So she was my great aunt, but, you know, she was my grandma. And I've never, and I may be wrong because some of them watching, but I've never heard her tell her children she loved them. Now, if there were family issues, they knew not to bring that over to our house because Opalee was going to take care of that and sweep it up, and she wasn't, you know?
Yeah.
But I've never seen her tell her children that she loved them. I done seen her yell and curse, but I've also seen her make sure their clothes are folded. Make sure if they needed a car, she would give them money. Make sure if they needed a cosigner, she would cosign. Her door was always open to her children to come live with her. But that love and affection, I never seen that growing up. I'll give you a story as far as, that's why I say the do's and the don'ts. My dad, I'm a bastard child. My dad, and then also my brother, the two men that I have to look up to. They're great providers, but they don't communicate and don't talk. My stepmom one day was talking to me, my dad's wife, and was saying, oh, I know he loved me because it ain't nothing I don't ask him for that he don't give to me. So when I got married, my husband wasn't a talker. He wasn't a communicator, but he was a provider. Mm-hmm. And I knew he loved me because he will always tell me I want better for you and I want to this and I want to that. So for me, what I knew, the two men that walked me down the aisle, both of them, they were walking me to them. You understand? They were walking me to them. So I felt like, I used to always say, I want my husband to be like my daddy and my brother. Mm-hmm. Now, the unspoken truth of, like I just said, I'm a bastard child.
Me too.
I really ain't want them to be like my daddy and my brother. I really ain't want that. I really ain't want that. But be careful what you ask for. Now that I'm older and I can take the do's and the don'ts from my parenting, I want a gentle giant myself. I want someone that's going to communicate. I want someone that's going to not just be a provider, who's going to help me parent. Right. Inside my household growing up, and that's why it was important to me to build a two-parent household. So when I found someone that came from a two-parent household, I thought that was going to be the love in the marriage.
It's not.
That's what I thought. And all jokes aside, that's what I say, you take the do's and the don'ts. You take the trauma and the happiness, and that's what you take into your parenting. School was very important in my household. I wasn't allowed to make C's. And what's so funny is because we have a family group chat, and my dear daughter got a C.
Oh.
And seemed like she was struggling because she got a C within herself. But I saw my dear be gentle and tell her, it's okay.
She got older.
You don't have an
She
F.
got older.
You
Because
doing
you
hard.
already know.
But I knew if I got a C, I got my back beat to my chest.
You already know.
So for me, with my oldest son, that was my trial and error. I was a new parent. I'm very loving towards him, and I take that from you, and I receive that you have to be the parent that each child needs. My 15-year-old is very needy for love and affection.
Yeah, and you gotta see
and
that.
I think that's because my bloodline is so strong in him. The baby, he's so giving. The 12-year-old, he's me. He's a social butterfly. He can walk in a room and light it up. He can light that damn room up. But he's his daddy's child. He's literally his daddy's child. Like, he don't need the love. He don't need it. Like, he's a giver. Yeah. He doesn't need the love. He doesn't need that. So for me going forward, I take the do's and the don'ts, meaning that I want to be a parent that communicates with my children. Yes, I want to discipline my children, but not to a point where they're afraid of me and they're scared of me and they don't want to talk to me or don't want to be around me.
Because as much as people believe, I know when Kayla felt like that with me, it hurted me to my soul. I didn't want her to be where she couldn't talk to me.
But see, in my household, you couldn't use the phone. You could not use the phone. And we had a phone upstairs in the projects where it used to be in the hallway. And then she used to snatch it out around like 8 o'clock. Nobody couldn't use it. Girl, so my sister and them got slick, and we had an extra little phone upstairs.
Yeah, from the Liberty Market. Yeah, you just go and don't buy that long cord.
We had an extra little phone upstairs. So, and she used to be embarrassing. Like, I don't embarrass my kids. I don't embarrass my kids. Like, she'll get on the phone and say, get your ASS off my phone and who you want to, like, I could not receive phone calls long as I was in that house. So I got me a little,
before 8?
Girl, I got me a little boyfriend and he got me a cell phone. I used to have it.
Man got me a beeper, baby.
I had a two-way pager and then he got me a beeper. And he had got me a cell phone, a little Sprint flip. Pow! Boom.
Boom.
I got to use the phone. But now my children have cell phones because I want to communicate with them. I have a son that's in Vegas. I have 2 kids here, and I have all 3 of them in a group chat. I text them every morning devotional prayers. I text them the other day, listen, I'm talking to them. Y'all better get y'all Christmas list together because this, because that, and if the grades ain't right, then I'm not going to this. You have him way from Vegas, like he got to put his part in it. I communicate with my kids. In my household, there was no communication. We wasn't allowed to take naps in the house. You get out of school, you come home, you do your homework, that bed is made till it's time to go to bed. You couldn't sit on the bed. You couldn't nap in the bed. Okay? And we got new furniture at our house every Christmas with plastic on it. And we used to sit on the floor to watch television.
With the plastic on there?
You weren't sitting on them people couch.
With the plastic.
You was not sitting on them people couch.
With the plastic, even though you sweating. That's the best sleep on the plastic couch.
That wasn't happening. And now I do take that, and it's crazy because now that they're older, but when they were younger, if they ain't eat all their food, they couldn't get nothing to drink.
Your kids?
Yeah, because that's how I was raised. That's how I was raised.
Listen, when I went to therapy, that lady said, so what do y'all talk about at dinner? I said, who?
Now listen now. Everybody at the dinner table, this is so funny because we just did this a couple of weeks ago for the first time with someone. So they was kind of like, so all the kids, so both of the boys, I fix everybody's plate. And the way that it works is Nobody can eat until the final person, which is me, because I'm fixing everybody's plate, gets to the table. And then when I get to the table, we say grace.
Clear.
And then we eat.
Clear.
And then we talk about how the day was.
Clear.
And we talk about schoolwork.
Clear, hustable.
And that's what we do. And those are the things that I loved. And those were things that I missed. So when I got to do it the other week, it was like candy in a
you
kid in the candy
over
store.
there. I'm surprised I didn't get a text message or a WhatsApp. I can't.
I was like so ecstatic that I got to do, I guess you can say, family night. I was so excited about that. But in my household, my uncle was upstairs. My granddad, both of my uncles was upstairs. My granddaddy was upstairs. So one of my uncles was handicapped, so he would eat with us downstairs. But my grandfather and my uncle, my grandma would fix their food, and we had to take it upstairs to them. Okay? So when I say men being present in the home, and that's something I had to learn, my grandmother was very strong, very stern, very dominant. She ran her house because she paid her bills. So for me, I had to learn that just because I can pay my bills, I had to learn. I'm still learning.
Lord.
I'm still learning.
It's in my prayer, Lord. Please make me submissive.
So I'm still learning that I want my mate to know that I don't only need him, I want him, I desire him, I love him.
Yeah,
I want that. So
me too. But
those are the things that
nobody.
Those are the things that I take for the don'ts and then the do's. So like when we sat down, we were little. Now that they're older, I give them a drink with their food. I do that. But growing up, if they didn't eat all their food, they wasn't getting a drink until they ate their food. I was not able as a child, if I didn't eat all my food.
Did you ask that they like it?
Everybody like what I cook, baby. Everything
this
about me.
This is shit.
Everything about me tastes good.
Listen, that's your own decision. Maybe it was something you cooked they didn't like.
Baby, everything about me tastes good.
Well, why they wasn't eating it?
First of all,
why they wasn't eating it?
They eat my food. It's me that didn't used to want to eat the food that I used to eat when I was home.
And they
when
ate
I was
it.
little.
I don't never eat. If you don't eat your own food,
No. I'm saying when I was younger, I didn't used to want to eat my food. I just used to pick over the food. I didn't want to eat my food. So my grandma, I used to always be the last person from the dinner table to get up.
But and if the kids at the table and they not eating the food.
My kids eat my food. They just
gave them too much.
Yeah, I give them too much. But my kids eat my food. They love my
food.
You
know they don't have no other choice.
No, but I'm a different parent though, because in my house, if you was my man,
Lori Dee,
your favorite cereal, I buy your favorite cereal. I buy my favorite cereal.
Favorite shit is fine.
I do that.
As far as what you're cooking,
I cook what they want. I ask them,
but they like it because that's all they know.
Girl, wait a minute. What you trying to say, Flava?
I'm not trying. No, because
I
know this girl who think her mama can cook, cater, and everything else. But listen, if I gotta put, let me tell you,
listen. This is so off the subject, but if you have ate a piece of bacon from Lori Dee, you need to call in and let Miss Flava know that
I'm not
everything
saying
about
that
Lori Dee tastes good.
Cook. I'm just saying that we can't judge it from your children. They don't have another choice but to eat what you cook.
Everything about Lori Dee tastes good.
You better bring some to that goddamn grand opening next Saturday.
Okay.
I need a dish.
Okay.
So before I forget, let me tell you. This is what I was gonna say about my mom. So my mom's real mom gave her up at like 1 or 2 or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. Which was fine. My granddaddy took her. My granddaddy had this awesome lady who I knew as my only grandma for years. Mm-hmm. Raised my mama from like 1 or 2. Loving lady. My cousin called me today and she was like, "You want me to bring some pinwheels to the grand opening?" I said, "I don't eat pinwheels." She said,
"What's pinwheels?"
You know, Publix make those cold sandwiches and they roll them. It's called a pinwheel. I know that because I worked in a deli.
Oh, okay.
But they call pinwheels. I said, "Girl, listen. Sorry you was born late. We never ate cold. I don't eat cold anything. I don't eat ravioli out of the can. I don't eat cold anything. My grandma cooked 6 days out the week, and the one other 7 day we went to Burger King. Every week. My grandma never gave us cold food. I never fixed a sandwich.
Burger King is very dirty, but go ahead.
That's fine.
Hey, Flava, sorry to interrupt you. Would you call it Burger King or Berber?
Burger King.
I thought I heard you say Berber.
Line.
Let's rewind that.
Burger.
You said
King.
Berber.
Burger King.
Okay, you got it right now.
The king of the burger. The king of the cat.
But see, that's why I cook a lot too, because we didn't do what we did was the only time
cereal was about the coldest thing that I ate.
we would do cereal, but she would cook big pots of grits and stuff like that. But the only fast food, and I guess that's why it's my favorite. If you know me, you know my favorite fast food place is Church's. Because
girl, don't go to that one on 54. You're gonna be mad.
Because we used to have to walk from where we live, walk to Church's, and then walk back. And that would be on, I think, Friday or Saturday.
Friday. It was definitely.
Saturday. But she always.
she fried fish on Friday. Saturday
she
was
always cooked for us. So cooking for me is therapeutic. I enjoy cooking. It's a form of, it's my love language. That's who I am, and that's what I like to do. So that's something that I took from my childhood.
So sweet. But anyway, because I ain't cooking. I feed you. You're gonna be full. Or I know some people that could cook, like Lori Dee, my cousin Yvonne. But you gonna eat. You gonna eat. But listen, I got the daily, all that Thanksgiving and macaroni and cheese, collard greens. I don't do it. But you gonna eat. You gonna eat. I promise you, you're going to eat and you're going to be good. So, yeah. So, what made me say that was we were talking about they don't know, they only know what they was taught or what they know right there. I don't understand my mom because she was 1 or 2 years old when she left with my granddaddy who met Hostella Polak, who was my everything. She's passed, but she was our everything.
So, she was raised by a loving person.
Loving person. Both of her parents, like my mama and them had cars for 6. It was a lot of us in one house, and I didn't realize how fortunate. You know how you don't realize how fortunate you are until you start talking to other people. You be like, bitch, we never did that. So like it was a lot of us in that 3-bedroom house with the Florida room. But my grandma was a school teacher. My granddad was a federal police officer, so we were good. I didn't realize that until talking to other people. I'm like, we had bunk beds and all of us was in one room, but we were good. And so my grandma was like the most. My grandma cooked for the whole Sundays. Everybody on the block can come eat at our house. Loving lady, and she had my mama from 1 or 2 years old. Like,
so that's the thing though, because we're talking about true or false. Your parents' parenting, how does it affect your parenting now? I think that you take everything. A lot of people say, oh, true or false. I think you take everything from your childhood and everything from your parenting because my mom or my dad did it this way, I'm not going to do it this way. Because they did it this way and it worked for me and it molded me into this amazing person, I'm going to do it this way.
Something like what Kim said.
I think that you take everything from how you were raised into your parenting.
Because if you meet my mom, real mom, they have a lot. My mom is so angry with her about a lot of stuff that she do. But in my mind, I'm like, y'all got a lot of similarities. So,
but that's that shit when we asked about boys that see their mom being treated wrong, not being loved right by their father, and then they hate their daddy. They hate their fathers, and they don't want, you know what? I ain't gonna never leave my kids. I ain't gonna never treat my woman like that. But they be real, fuck boys, players, and dogs to women that are being good to them. So you saw what your mom go through, and I think you want to bleed it on other people, even though you hate your father for being that type of person. So sometimes, even though mentally you know it's wrong, but sometimes it's in them.
It's just in you.
It's
in that blood.
It's in you.
It don't matter
energy
who
of
raised
you. It's in you.
No,
because some things can be learned and unlearned. Definitely,
something is learned and some is hereditary.
Learned and unlearned. For me, like I love on my kids because I wanted love as a child, and I give them the love that was given to me: a roof, clothes, food, going to church, things like that. I give that to them. and I tell them how about school and different things like that. But I love on them. Like, we be dancing and doing talent shows. I be telling them, y'all don't want to come lay in the bed with me and let's watch a movie and stuff like that. And they do it. And they be saying, oh, mommy. Like, I go in their room and I lay in the bed with them. And we go on dates. We go to the movies together. Because those are things that I wanted as a child, but also things that I saw a lot of my other friends do as well. You know, I saw that. And I took the aggressiveness from my household, the independent, strong woman from my household, and I realized that it works and it doesn't work. You have to know how to turn it on and turn it off. And I am hardworking. I am independent, and I'm that way because I don't want anyone throwing anything up in my face. But also, I love, like you say, I want you to give me what you get, what I give you. If I'm taking care of you,
why is that so hard for people to do?
Because they're human, and
because
they're human, and humans will fail you, and all that other good stuff. Oh, something that we have to say before, because it's 10:16. So,
I know you laughed.
So,
did you see him?
Talks with Lori Dee. We were doing our best to try and do a Thanksgiving give back. I had this vision, Station 100, Flava, KI, and Lori Dee. We were going to give back. But it just didn't work out that way. So what we're going to do is, again, you can, if you know any family that's unfortunate that will not have Thanksgiving dinner, I think I can do 2. I think I could do 2.
Full feast.
And when I say a full feast, turkey, ham, cornbread, macaroni and cheese, a vegetable, a dessert, drinks. I'm not talking about no lazy ass that don't want to cook and just want to know they giving away free stuff. I'm talking about someone that is in need. Someone that is not fortunate. Their kids need food. The mother needs food. The grandmother needs food. Someone's raising somebody else's children. The caregiver.
Food.
We're going to supply 2 families with Thanksgiving dinner. You don't have to come pick it up.
Nope.
It will be delivered to you.
Yep.
And if you know someone, same way I tell y'all about the show, subscribe, like, and share. Share this. I know people that DM me, DM Flava, DM KI, email the station, call the station, because it was laid on my heart, and this is something that I always want to do. I was talking to a great friend of mine today, and we were talking about how these black guys bought this apartment building, and they made it for homeless and shelter and for VA. And his thing of it is he's into real estate, he's into business. But I was like, I want to make money, but I also want to make an impact. So this is on my heart. It's what I want to do. It's what I like to do. So we're going to
She's talking for Flava and KI as well. We are always trying to help wherever we can. So we do not mind.
Yeah, we're going to feed 2 parents. Talks with Lori Dee, which is Station 100, Flava, and KI. We're going to feed 2 families. And when I say a full spread. So if you know anyone that is seriously in need and does not have,
reach out to us, please.
And I'm telling y'all now, Thanksgiving is next week. You reach out to me on today is Wednesday. You reach out to me on Wednesday next week or Tuesday.
They're not going to get it.
I'm sorry.
It's
It's not going to happen. I just told y'all I like to cook, but I'm telling y'all, I ain't no miracle worker now.
She is. She going to do it.
If not you call me. In, this is your boy, the host. If you call in or you send a text or you DM Flava, you DM Lori Dee, you DM them and you give...
Or KI.
And you give an explanation on why this person needs what they need. You give a clear explanation. And between KI, Flava, and Lori Dee, they're going to select the best person based on 2 families. And it's actually going to be 3 families because Station 100 is putting in $100 gift card. So you can actually get that $100 gift card and go purchase and go cook your own food. if you would like
Right.
to do that. So
Right.
there's $100 gift card involved in it. Go ahead and in one of them. You can even send it to the station phone number 786-3874. I'm sorry, 786. I got so much numbers in my head. 786-384-2096. Go ahead and text that number as well if you would like that. And Talks with Lori Dee want to give back. And so y'all do that. Share it with somebody. Let them know. Subscribe, like, and let's feed the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to feed 3 families. So now it's 3 families. So, like I said, I don't want your cousin who don't feel like cooking and all that.
What is the cutoff date? You want to do a cutoff date? Want to say Friday on Monday?
Sunday.
Let's do Sunday?
Sunday.
Okay, you got until Sunday.
So from tonight until Sunday to let K.I. Flavor or myself know of Unfortunate Family. And we have viewers in Georgia. We have a viewer. We have a viewer in Japan. Now I can't get no food to Japan.
Yeah.
Now. But if it's in another state or anything like that,
that we can ship something out like overnight.
When I say a full feast, if it's in another state, I will find the nearest restaurant, and if I have to make a call, have it cater, or even your family. Don't be trying to tell me it's 5 of y'all in your household, and then I talk to the restaurant and there's about 10 of y'all there.
We're just going to assume that people are honest.
So we want to, and there's a need in on our heart to give back, because I know that some people don't have. Some people will not be with family for Thanksgiving. So if in fact anyone in need, Talks with Lori Dee will supply 3 families with a full Thanksgiving feast.
Yes.
Okay. So, Flavor, do you have any ending remarks, my dear?
I do.
Okay.
As a single mom, I have a boy and a girl, so I have the best of both worlds. I can tell you that you can't be the same mom to both. I can tell you that a lot of people around me look up to me because I was that single mom. I'm able to see the fruit of my labor now because I sacrificed everything for my children. I've wanted a banquet hall since I can remember.
I'm so happy for you.
I've always wanted that in a group home. And that's my next thing. And then when I speak something and I manifest into it, it happens. And it took me, for me, it felt like forever. But once I started thinking back, God had a plan for it. You understand? Like, he knew my children needed me. They needed all my focus. I don't have anybody to focus on but my grandson. But he has an awesome mom. So I'm just there being involved with him. But there's nobody I have to pick up, drop off, take to football, take to cheerleader. Had I been trying to accomplish a banquet hall and a group home and all of those type of things while trying to raise my children as a single mom, somebody would have lacked in something. Somebody would have missed out on something. And so as much as I wanted to manifest those things and I wanted those things, and to be honest with you, my best friend will tell you that I say this to her all the time. And she says to me, "You're crazy. I saw all of this for you." And I said, "I never saw this." Like, there are so many awesome things happening for me. Like, when I tell you, single moms, keep taking care of your children. They are your blessing. It comes later. Don't complain. Trust me. Inbox me. Let's talk about it. I'm here. I can tell you. I can guide you in this. I did it. I put my daughter through college, and my son is on his last semester. Woo-hoo. As a single mom, I did it. And if I can do it, you can do it. But if you have more than one child, you can't be that same person. Like they say, a lady in the street and a freak in the bed. Ow. For your man, you gotta be a different mom for your kids. You can do it. I'm rooting for you. Reach out to me. I'm here. Let's talk about it. Go ahead, Lori Dee.
Well, we want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight with us, with Flavor and Lori Dee. I guess Shabu will be back next week when he finished being a millionaire out here in these streets. But we want to thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you. We appreciate your support. Tonight, I'm actually going to say the food was good.
Yeah.
I liked it. Good. So thank you. The licking.
Different. We had egg rolls. Tell them what we had. Egg rolls with rice.
We had egg rolls with rice and chicken. And it was seasoned. It was good.
It came with a cute little
sauce.
Sweet dip.
So the food was good. So thank you, The Licking, for supplying us with dinner this evening. As far as the topic goes, I truly believe that we take everything from how we were raised, because I can't speak for everybody, but I take it for me. I take the do's and I take the don'ts, and I believe I can stand firm and say that I'm a good mom. I'm a great mom. My babies will say she's the best mom that you could ever have. And that means everything to me, because I've never said that as a child. So that was my goal, and I feel like I've accomplished it, and I continue to make it happen. So don't ever give up. One thing you can't ever give up is, I've learned, on yourself and your children. Things may not be the best always, but being a parent is the most important job you will ever have.
Keep
because
praying.
You got to keep praying. You got to keep
around
pushing.
your house.
You got to
all
keep
them
doing.
children, all their room, all them down, baby.
I'm gonna say this in closing, that anyone that is listening, and we want to give back as far as providing Thanksgiving dinner, moms can't be ashamed.
No.
Fathers can't be ashamed. When it comes to our
We've
babies,
all been there.
When it comes to family, this is a blessing.
Yes.
I've never needed the need for someone to provide me with Thanksgiving dinner. But this is a blessing, and I'm learning to appreciate and accept my blessings. I was speaking to my therapist and speaking to a great friend of mine, and she said, bitch, you happy. You are great. You are good, and thrive in it. And I want to say this to Flavor. I am so proud of you. Last year, she said to me, my dream is to own a banquet hall. And I'm going to place that in God's hands, because I'm going to retire soon, and I'm going to run my business, and I'm going to be a grandma. And that I receive, because there's so many things that I have spoke that I want. And in the last month, God has given them to me. When I say given them to me, without a fight. When it's time, and it's God's timing, you will be amazing. You will be an amazing mom. You will be an amazing worker, an amazing father, an amazing husband, amazing business partner, amazing partner.
Absolutely.
Don't give up. Don't be ashamed. Accept your blessings. And good night,
Accept the struggles, the blessing. It's more to it.
Chaos not here. We have to say it. We love y'all. Peace.
Shake the world.